Hold up, hold up, hold up. It's that boy G Planz. Don't give a damn. He cooler than a fan. Walking real tall, some say he's a man.
Wow. And I ain't get to mention, not just Baton Rouge. I mean, you had Lil Snupe, even Marley G. You was with him right before his career took off.
Marley G since high school. Lil Snupe since before he recorded his first song. When I discovered Lil Snupe, he was freestyling at that talent show in Monroe that I discovered him at. You know, and you know, a lot of people run around with my resume. A lot of people running around here saying that they did this and they said that they did. Like, I was chilling in a club, Grown and Sexy Wednesdays. Let me do my thing. I'm with People's Entertainment. Kevin shouted out Grown and Sexy Wednesdays, People's Entertainment. That was my roommate, Rashad Cave. I'm at his event on Wednesdays at Club Rags. And Boosie and Bleak are in there. And Bleak pulls me over to the side. He says, man, because I known Bleak before I knew Boosie. And I interviewed Boosie and stuff like that. But interviewing somebody and playing their music and doing shows and stuff with them is not knowing them, right? So I knew Bleak first. And so Bleak said, well, man, Hatch want to holler at you. Because I had the bowling alley. Boosie was coming to my bowling alley events, supporting me and everything. And he said, well, Hatch about to start his own label, Badass ENT. You want you to help me out with it. And so help him out with it. So I followed him to his house that night after Rags. And we got on the phone. And he gave me Joey IE's number and Todd Mousewitz's number. And we flew that Friday to New York. And we got release dates scheduled and album deals and all of that stuff. And I started working with Boosie. Boosie, the realest artist I've ever worked with, period. You know, Boosie, the realest artist I ever worked with. Boosie give you extra money. You go get Boosie some money, Boosie gonna pay you extra. You know, Boosie the realest artist I ever worked with. You know, you never had to chase him down for no check, and you never have to chase him down for no appreciation. If you in the building with Boosie and you do something, he's gonna let everybody in the building know that you do that. You know, and he gonna put you in a position to win. And I'm not saying that any other artists don't do that, but Boosie is the realest artist I ever worked with as far as show love, get love. You know, my cell phone, the cell phone that I used to push Kevin Gates through a lot of doors and to get Kevin Gates known through a lot of doors, I got from managing and working with Boosie for them 2 or 3 years before he got locked up. But I still love and appreciate everybody that I've worked with, and I feel like I could still be a huge impact in everybody's career that I've ever worked with, and I still do play a major role in small roles and plant seeds in a lot of different situations. But I got a whole new wave of artists. You know, this is like my 4th wave. The Kevin, the Boosie, that's like my Kevin and Boosie and them, that's my 3rd wave. There was a wave behind that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like you've been doing it for so long. Like, and it's people that say, oh, you was attached to Kevin, why you can't do it with somebody else?
I did.
I'm like, you.
I got hired a few years ago. There was these guys in the South Side that started a record label. They're called TBG. I went and met Big World, my partner from college, sent me over there to meet Cleasy. And Cleasy hired me to help him start marketing and pushing and promoting TBG. The record label G Money and Fredo Bangs are making, in the record label TBG that's making millions of dollars today. You know, first album release parties, first releases, first posters, first t-shirt designs and print-ups. You know, all of them guys used to come get free t-shirts and Cleasy used to pay for all of it. You know, Earl, they need a TBG shirt. A lot of dudes that are even famous now, you know. There's an artist, the 2nd largest artist in the world. He was over there, you know, and he was wearing TBG sweatshirts and t-shirts that I pressed up and was a part of the label. But yeah, we might need to do a part 2 so I could tell that story. But you know, but Fredo and when Fredo was locked up, G Money and Cleasy was going to every radio station in the state of Louisiana and doing shows and pulling up at these radio stations, doing interviews and pushing and promoting singles. Like, it didn't happen overnight. A whole lot of work got put in, and G Money put in that work, and he laid the foundation for Fredo to get some money when he got out of jail. And that's the realest thing a friend could ever do, you know. G Money went out there and sold that music, and TBG, they went and blew that shit up, and Fredo got out of jail, and boom, everything was laid out. But that's the realest thing a friend can do when his homeboy on the Jose, is let him come home to a multi-million-dollar record deal. So y'all gotta get ready for part 2.